Wofa Kwame, Itenert.
Hello and welcome to Itenert. This is high school history and facts with Kwame, and today's video is about the history, facts and achievement of Adisadel College. Adisadel College is one of the oldest and best senior high school in Ghana. Adisadel College, popularly known as Adisco, is one of the most famous institutions of learning in sub-Saharan Africa. If you are new to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. In this video, we will discuss everything about Adisadel College, and at the end of the video, I will tell you why the name Adisadel. So if you want to know the origin of the name Adisadel, make sure you watch the video to the end. Before we start with the history and facts of Adisadel College, the music used in this video was produced by RICHEST. Check RICHEST's YouTube channel on the link on top of this video. Now let's start with the history of Adisadel College. Adisadel College, popularly known as Adisco, is an Anglican boys senior high school in Cape Coast, Ghana. Adisadel College is one of the oldest modern educational institutions for boys in Africa. It was founded on 4th January 1910 and modeled on a typical English public school. The school original name was the SPG Grammar School, or the Society for the Propagation of the Gospel Grammar School. It later on became St. Nicholas Grammar School and finally became Adisadel College when it moved to its current location at Adisadel on the outskirts of Cape Coast. The school was established in 1910 in a storey building at Top Yard near Crest and the castle at Cape Coast. From a humble beginning with only 29 boys, the school has grown over the past century. When it was 25 years old in 1935, the school had about 200 boys on the register. At the time of the Golden Jubilee in 1960, the enrollment had gone up to 545, and now there are more than 1,500 boys in the school. Students of Adisadel College, both past and present, are known collectively as Santa Cruzans. This is because up until 1936, it was known as St. Nicholas, which is Santa Claus Grammar School, and the students were referred to as Santa Cruzans. The name Santa Cruzans has stuck to this day. The school buildings and compound. There are 10 dormitories that serve as student housing. Most of the student housing have housed family generation that pass through Adisadel, thus generating a loyalty or match on any Ghanaian secondary school. Enrolling students are given the choice of living in one of the 10 dormitories that form the house. It is not unusual to find 3 generations of the same family having belonged to the same house. Each living organization has its unique character, being the unit of intramural campus competition. The houses promote activities that enhance social bonding and group pride. The houses are as follows: Angliombi House, Canterbury House, Ebiraj House, Elliot House, Emily House, Jubilee House, Knight House, Lima House, Kweku House, and Thomas Jonah House. Before we move to the courses and programs, if you are Santa Cruzan watching this video, tell us in the comment below the name of your house. Now let's look at the school uniform, courses and programs. The school uniform is black and white striped shirt and black shorts, which directly reflect the primary colors of the college. The distinctive color combination is colloquially referred to as zebra, due to its resemblance to the strip of that animal species. Unsurprisingly, the distinctive outfit has earned Adisco students the nickname of Zebra Boys. Prior to the introduction of this style of uniform in the 1990s, students of the old Form 1 to Form 5 stream wore blue shirt and brown khaki shorts, while those in sixth form wore white shirt and brown shorts. Adisadel College was the first secondary school in the history of Ghana to design special clocks for its prefect: red for the head prefect, blue for the other prefect, and green for the assistant prefect. Adisadel offers rigorous academic training that prepares its students for university entry. The school offers the following courses: general science, visual arts, general arts, and business. However, students are encouraged to actively participate in extracurricular activities. There are also many student clubs and organizations that caters to various social and political interests. There are various musical groups that comprise of Adisadel Jazz Band. Now let's look at the school crest, motto, vision and mission. The school crest has had many different renditions over the years. Some versions have been based on the students' artistic impression. The crest portrays 3 crowns, a coconut tree, a symbol of St. Nicholas, that's the 3 gold balls and the mitre, and the school motto inscribed at the bottom. The school motto is Vel Primus Vel Cum Primus, which in Latin means either the first or with the first. It enjoys Santa Crucians to strive to be among the best, if not the very best, in whatever they do. Adisadel College is currently one of the few senior high schools in Ghana still called a college. Santa Crucians actually pride themselves as being the only rare college in the country. The school vision is producing high-profile men who will be outstanding as they take up their rightful position in the field of work to add to the gains of their predecessors. The mission of the school is to be the first-class educational institution that excel in all fields of endeavor through the provision of a conducive environment with the active involvement of all stakeholders to motivate both staff and students to achieve the best. Now let's look at some achievements of Adisadel College. Achievements of Adisadel College. Adisadel College won the 2016 edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz and are also runner-ups on 4 occasions. The school also won 2016, 2017, 2018 and 2019 edition of the National Hockey Championship, also known as the Citizen International Inter-School Hockey Fiesta. The school also won the National Robotics Championship in 2021. These are not the only achievements of Adisadel College. The school has produced great personalities in the country. If you want to know more about achievements of Adisadel College, click on the link on top of this video, as I promise you to tell you the origin of the name of the Adisadel. Now let's look at origin of the name Adisadel. One advantage of having some of the school's bodies around is the opportunity to settle a long-standing debate about the origin of the school's name Adisadel. This debate has spanned a number of probably apocryphal stories. The best known of these has it that the school took its current name, Adisadel, from the hill on which it has been situated since the 1936 and the village adjacent to it. Adisadel, the story goes on, is a corruption or anglicization of Alice Ada, Infante, or Alice is asleep. The story has it that there was an English nurse who lived in the village around 19th century and she often needed a nap in the afternoon. Very often, when the local people came to see her with their ailment, they got the message of Alice Ada, Infante, and of Alice Ada became the affectionate name for the village and the hill beside it. Alice Ada eventually became anglicized to Adisadel. Others believe that this is not the true story of the origin of the name Adisadel. So if you know any other story apart from the story provided in this video, let's hear you in the comment box below. Before we end the video, we will tour Adisadel College campus. But before we do that, the music used in this video was produced by RICHEST. Check RICHEST channel on the link on top of this video. I am Kwame and I'll be bringing you high school history, facts and achievements on every Friday. If you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, and if you are old here, thank you for watching my videos. Now let's tour Adisadel campus.
Itenert, 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 Itenert.